Tessa here with another fabulous video. Welcome to my fabulous life. So today's fabulous adventure, we're going to talk about my experience at Walt Disney World during the holiday season, and also what I wouldn't do my next Disney vacation, and also sharing some tips and tricks to make your Disney vacation more fabulous. Now on with the show. OMG fabulous friends, I'm so excited. So let's do an overview of our magical vacation during the holidays. Now, we went during Thanksgiving week and it was absolutely magical. And I do want to share with you my highlights of the trip. So let's look at that now.
Jumbo everyone, good morning. My name's Brian. I'll be your safari guide for your adventure through the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Friends, what you...
What's that over there? He's our friend.
Fabulous friends, we're finally inside. So we are heading through Main Street to get to our destination. And guess what, fabulous friends? We are going to be eating at Cinderella's Royal Table. So I'm so super excited. So let's go.
What time is that? I'm looking.
11 p.m. Christmas. It's Christmas Eve to me. 12 stars of wishing.
Okay.
OMG fabulous friends, wasn't that magical? I miss Disney so much. And if you've missed those videos, please look in the description below and click on the links so you can join me in the magic. But first, let's finish watching this video. Alright, so we're going to discuss the magical moments of our trip, and then also some things I would never do again, and then also share with you some tips and tricks to help make your fabulous vacation more fabulous. So let's get started. Alright fabulous friends, royal tip number 1 is make sure to drive and not fly if you can. So we flew to Disney World, and we have done that before and it was absolutely fabulous, but because of the pandemic, you're going to be wearing a mask from the moment that you enter the airport all the way on the airplane, and then all the way to the next airport, and then once you get on the Magical Express, and then heading over to your resort, where then you are going to have to wear your mask again inside of the resort, and then also if you go into stores or into the park where you go into the rides or the store. So you're going to be wearing a mask a lot. Now when you are outside, you are able to take off your mask, but anytime you're indoors, you have to wear the mask. And we felt like we were wearing our mask way too much, and that really kind of takes away from the magic. So I recommend to drive, so then you have some maskless times. Your kids will definitely be grateful for that, and then you'll be able to breathe and be able to have some transition between wearing the mask and not wearing the mask, so then you're able to enjoy yourself a little bit more. Alright, fabulous friends, royal tip number 2 is get more days in the parks and don't get the park hopper. So why do I say that? Well, the park hopper starts at 2 p.m. so you can't do any park hopping until then. So after 2 p.m., well, half of your day is pretty much gone, because you have your one initial park that you reserve, and then you're able to go park hop after that. Well, I don't feel like you're getting your money value doing it that way. It's kind of a waste of money. So I recommend just doing one park per day, then you're able to utilize the entire day and being able to do everything in that park, because there's so much magic and fun to do in that park, that if you're trying to rush there and then you're going here and there, and that's one of the things that I made a mistake, is I only did 2 days for parks, and I was getting 4 parks into 2 days, and the meltdowns that I had, OMG, heck, I had meltdowns before the trip even started, because things didn't go according to my planning that I did. It just was kind of a disaster. But I still had fun, and I looked at the bright side, and my mom and Prince Jason helped me along, but it was rough. So I want to be able to share some of my insights of what I did and I didn't do, and what I will do better for the next time. And even if you are a seasoned Disney park goer, like me, like myself, I go every year. Now there's probably some of you that go a few times every month, but even with that, you're still not getting all of what you can out of the parks because you're trying to rush. So that is my tip number 2. Royal tip number 3, transition time. And if you have a disability like myself, or you have children, or just as a regular old adult, we all need transition time, and especially kids and people that have disabilities, especially if you're autistic or you have anxiety or whatever. You definitely need transition time, which is why when I schedule my Disney vacation, I always try and start it off with just going to Disney Springs and to go to the resort, because you just kind of need to get the lay of the land, get familiarized with the resort, and just have a breather, because it's so overwhelming, so overstimulating, because there's so many people and so much noise, and you got music, and then you got crowds, and then you got the rides, and you just got everything going on, and you just need to make sure you schedule yourself transition times. You don't know how many times I saw moms and dads talking to their kids, and children freaking out and crying and just having a miserable time in the most magical place on earth. And to remedy that is make sure you give some transition time, like have some time at the hotel, maybe break away from the parks for a little bit and give your child some time, maybe go to the pool or go look in the shops or eat somewhere fun, but just give yourself some breaks, because like myself, I didn't give myself enough breaks, and I just overwhelmed myself so much with everything that I wasn't able to film everything that I wanted to film, because I just got so overstimulated. So I just thought that would kind of help someone like myself who really needs to have that time. Okay, fabulous friends. Royal tip number 4, fact check. Make sure that what it says on the internet is what it also says with Disney themselves, because I checked to see what the wheelchair prices were and it was wrong. I saved up the wrong amount, so I only got to use 1 day and I wasn't able to do any of my other days down there. So I was not a happy camper because I had the prices down that it said online and it wasn't correct. And it's $50 per day to rent a scooter there in the parks, and then it's a $20 deposit. Well, online it said $100 deposit and then like $12 to $14 to actually rent. So I had it set aside a whole different way. So make sure you always fact check everything. Your reservations, what pricing, because if you are a planner like myself and you're saving your money, you want to make sure that you have enough for everything. And I would hate for you to go down there and then not get the right thing. So learn from a mistake. Fact check. Always fact check. And I will definitely do that from now on. I usually try to do that, but I didn't this time because I thought that the website was going to be right and it wasn't. So fact check. Fact check. Fact check. Fact check. Royal tip number 5. Genie Plus. Don't get Genie Plus, you guys. It's a waste of money. Now, there are some people who are like, well, I don't want to wait in line forever. Honestly, you really don't wait in line all that long, to be quite honest. And you know what? In life, you're going to wait. Just be patient and enjoy your family, which is also royal tip number 6. Just be present with your family. If you're in line, make it fun. If you have kids who can have a hard time, play a game like, let's see how many hidden Mickeys we can find. Or let's count how many fall leaves we see on the ground. Or let's see if we can find a squirrel or a rabbit. Or just make a game in the line. Whatever ride you're in, make a game out of it. It will be a lot more fun and it takes the time away. Or have a conversation with the person in the back of you or the person in front of you, because there's some really great people out there and you can really learn a lot about how people live in other states or different countries. It's just so much fun, and be connected with your kids. Disney or Genie Plus really takes that away. People are constantly looking at their phones. They're not watching where they're going. They're constantly on the device. It isn't the point of a vacation is to stay off your devices, and be with your family, because you're never going to get those moments back again. Your kid's only 3 once. Your grandmother's only going to be 80 once. Your mom might be 80 once. Those are special moments that you can't take for granted, because with what COVID has shown us and what life shows you is that you're not guaranteed the next day. I drowned when I was 2 years old, and I'm blessed that God had a purpose for me and kept me here. And I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for God and my mom and my family. And I'm so grateful to be here. And so those memories, those times are precious. And so make sure that you get off your phone and be with your family. conversate. And you know what? Your kids have some really interesting things to say if you take the time to listen to them, because they're pretty smart, and sometimes you can learn a little thing or two from your kids or from your older kids or whatever, but take that time and be with your kids. Alright, fabulous friends, so I changed into my little tiara because this is royal tip number 7, which is my final tip, and that is to budget and plan ahead. So if you know that you're going to Disney World and you know how many days that you're going to be there, set aside each day and plan out what you're wanting to do, and have a amount for what you want to spend, like in the shops, what you want to spend for snacks, what you want to spend on your actual dinners, lunch, breakfast, and your tips and all of that. So then you're able to know exactly how much you're going to be spending. So go online, look at the prices, and also, like I told you from before, fact check. Make sure that you fact check and make sure that that is what it is, so then you're not caught unaware. Now, I always add a little extra to each day's budget, so then if there is a little difference, I have that money, and if I don't spend it, guess what? It goes to the next day, and then that kind of helps throughout your trip. And then by the end of your trip, if you still have money, then you can take that money and put it towards another vacation. So it's a good little tip and very great trick if you're going on vacation, especially to Disney. OMG, fabulous friends, this was so much fun, and I really hope that my experiences and the tips that I have given you help. If you enjoyed today's video, if you do, please comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, please give us a big giant thumbs up, because you know, with every thumbs up, it looks a sparkle to my tiara. I hope all of you dream big, live your story, and I hope you all have a fabulous, fabulous day. Bye y'all, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays!